Hi everybody, my name is Miss Isabella. I am from A Time for Kids, a preschool readiness program where we practice and learn different skills to help prepare our littlest learners for school, get them ready. We're going to be introducing them into the world of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math through our full steam ahead programs. We're going to practice critical thinking skills, problem solving skills. We're going to work hands-on with our children. All of our activities are designed for you grown-ups to work right alongside with them. We're going to develop an understanding of early scientific processes, so planning, investigation, observations, using our imaginations. Today we're going to be making a tornado in a jar. And then after that we're going to read a story called Dinner at the Panda Palace. And we're going to dance to a song called Skinamarink. So if you guys have bells, maracas, shakers, drums, you guys can take those musical instruments out and we'll sing and dance to that song after. Now before we warm up, a great scientist would prepare for their experiment, just like I said before. So I'm going to go through all the different materials that we're going to need for my experiment. I'm going to set them up, get them ready. You guys can set them up right along with me. If you guys don't have the materials, you guys can just watch today. You guys can always set up those materials after. So all you guys need is a jar filled with water. You need some soap, either dish soap, hand soap, or even hand sanitizer would work too. If you guys have a color, the color will show up a little bit better. And this is just optional, but if you guys want to add in some glitter, I have some glitter today I'm going to add in. I'm going to put this at the bottom of my jar, and we're going to watch as the glitter goes up into my jar and spins around in that vortex of my tornado. Just like you would see in a real tornado, it can uplift cars and houses and trees. So we're going to watch as my glitter plays that role in my experiment, and we're going to watch as it lifts up into my tornado. So you guys can set that up. I'm going to start by taking my glitter and I'm going to pour it in the water. So at the time we finish our songs and we get to our experiment, the glitter will already be to the bottom. So we're going to set it up just like a real scientist would do. We would plan for it. So we could just add a little bit of glitter. All right, and I will put my jar to the side. We're going to warm up. We're going to sing to a hello song. It's a nice way to greet each other. We're going to dance to a train song. That one's all about memorization. We'll go through all the different movements, repeat them throughout the songs. And then we'll start our tornado in a jar. All right, so we are going to warm up first by taking our hands and we're gonna shake them like this. So ready guys, let's shake, shake, shake. Go shake our hands like this. And then let's take our hands, let's wave them up high towards the sky. So let's wave them up high. We'll take our hands and we'll wave them down low. We'll wave our hands as fast as we can go. You guys can race me, race your grown up. Shake them as fast as you can go. And then freeze. Let's take our hands, let's find our head, let's tap on our head, tap, tap, tap. Let's find our bellies, tap on our bellies, tap, tap, tap. Let's find our shoulders, tap on our shoulders. Find your knees, find your toes, find your nose. And last one, let's find our ears. All right, you guys got it. Let's take our ears, let's turn them on, and let's get ready for a hello song. So we can start by waving our hands like this. Wave, wave, wave. I'm going to get the music on, and here we go. Wave, wave, wave. You got it.
Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, you guys can sing along with me.
Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, guys, this time we're going to practice taking turns. So I'll go first. I'll wave my hands and say hi to you guys, and then you guys can wave back. You guys can say I'm fine. We'll practice taking turns, okay? Here we go.
Hello, hello, and how are you? Your turn.
I'm fine.
And I hope that you are too.
You guys got it?
Good, okay,
All right, this time you guys can go first. So wave your hands. You guys can go first and say hi to me, okay?
Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, if you guys want to say hi to a friend, you can wave, shake hands, high five a friend. We are going to practice taking our hands, waving them up high in the sky like this so all of our friends can see us. Wave up high.
Hello, and
And then we're going to take our hands, we're going to wave them down low. I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. All right, let's try that again. Ready? Wave up high. Here we go.
Okay. Hello, 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 and how are you?
Then wave down low.
I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, this time we're going to take our hands, we're going to put all of those fingers down, and we're going to get our pinky fingers out.
What kind of voice would you sing that in if you were waving with your pinky finger?
And we can sing in a whisper this time.
Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Okay, here comes
all right, this time let's find our elbows. We'll take our arms, we'll bend them like this.
Can you wave
These
with your
are
elbow?
our elbows. We're going to take our arms and flap them like a chicken.
That's your way.
So we can make chicken wings like this. Flap, flap, flap. Here we go.
Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, guys, next up, let's find our head. Let's
head.
tap on our head, get it ready. We're going to wave with our head. We're going to shake it like
Okay,
this.
here we go. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, here comes the super silly one.
You wave
We
with your
wave with our tongues like this.
Can you
And we can sing and wave with our tongue at the same time. This is a silly one. Ready?
Hello, hello, how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, guys, and lastly, we can practice shaking hands. If your grown-ups are in the room, you can shake hands with them, give them a high five. You can also clap it out like this. I'll give you guys a high five to the computer like this. Do high fives, and we can clap it out. Nice job, guys.
I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
All right, nice job, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, we are going to stand up now, and we are going to dance to our train song. So just like I said before, this one's all about memorization. So we're going to go through all those different movements and repeat them throughout. Now to start this song, we're going to take our arms. They're going to be the wheels on our train. We're going to spin them round and around in a circle like this. We could use those marching feet. We're going to march, march, march. And we're going to go through all those different movements. So our conductor is going to say all aboard. Our whistle is going to go woo, woo. The people on the train are going to go chat, chat, chat. You guys can follow right along with me, okay? All right, let's get on that train ride. Let's move those wheels round and around. All right, and here we go. We'll start walking around that circle. I'll get our music on. And all aboard.
There's a train, and it rides through the town and the countryside. And where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here.
All right, guys, freeze. The conductor goes all aboard. All right, so we do arms out. We go all aboard. All right, you guys got it. Arms out again. All aboard. All right, back on that train. Here we go. We spin around and around.
And it rides through the town and the countryside. And where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here.
All right, freeze again. The whistle goes woo. And that whistle again. Get ready, guys. Woo. That whistle again. Here we
Oh,
go.
the whistle goes.
Now, do you guys remember our conductor? We do arms out. All aboard. All right, back on that train a little faster this time. Here we go, guys.
And it rides through the town and the countryside. And where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here.
All right, freeze again. Those people go chat, chat, chat. So we can take our hands, we go chat, chat, chat. You guys can turn to your grown-ups, go chat, chat, chat. And now that whistle nice and loud. And that whistle again. Here we go, guys. And our conductor, we do arms out. All aboard. All right. right, back on that train. Here we go. Let's spin around and around.
This train, and it rides through the town and the countryside. And where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here.
All right, guys, freeze again. We're gonna shake, shake, shake. Let's shake it out. Shake, shake, shake.
Oh, the engine goes.
Shake, shake, shake.
And
Now
the
those people get ready. Chat, chat, chat.
Yeah, the people go.
Chat, chat, chat. And now that whistle, we go. Woo! And that whistle again. Here we go, guys. Woo! Now our conductor, we do arms out. All aboard. All right, back on that train. A little faster this time. Here we go. Our brakes are next.
Through town and the countryside. And where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here.
All right, freezing. Those brakes go screech. So let's stop that train. Here we go. Screech. And those brakes again. Get ready.
Go screech.
All right, let's shake it out.
Here we go.
Shake, shake, shake.
And
Now those people, they go chat, chat, chat.
Oh, the people go.
Chat, chat, chat.
And
Get those whistles out. Woo! That whistle even louder. Here we go.
Woo!
Now our conductor, we do arms
Conductor
out.
goes. All aboard.
All right, guys, back on that train. Last time around, you guys got this as fast as you can go.
And the countryside, and where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here. And where it goes, nobody knows, but it always ends up here.
All right, great job, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys had a great memory. Nice job, guys. All right, that was our train song. We are gonna take a seat now. We're gonna grab those materials for our science experiment, our tornado in the jar, and we're gonna start to work on that now, okay? So I'll grab mine, I'll bring it out. So again, we just need a jar filled with water. You guys can see my glitter started to fall to the bottom a little bit. So we'll see as the glitter in my jar gets uplifted through that tornado. You need some soap, whether it's hand soap, dish soap, or even hand sanitizer would work as well. Put that out here. And if you guys have glitter and you added it in before, you guys can see as the glitter uplifts through yours as well. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unscrew the cap. So if you guys have a jar that's clear and it has a cap, that's all you guys need so that you can see the tornado as we spin it around. All right, so I'm going to take the cap off. You guys can see some of my glitter is still falling to the bottom, but that's okay. Now we're going to just add a few pumps of soap in there. All right, and we are going to take our cap. We're going to put it back on. All right, now as I spin the water in my jar, I want you guys to observe what is happening. So if you guys have ever seen a video of a tornado or a picture of one, hopefully you guys have never seen one in real life, you guys know it has that funnel shape with that vortex in the middle, and that's what helps lift up all of my glitter in my cup right now, just like a real tornado. It lifts cars, like I said, it can lift houses, it can uplift trees off the ground, so they're very destructive. They can travel up to 300 miles per hour. So as we observe the tornado in my jar, we can try to use our imaginations and picture what a real tornado would look like, okay? So we're going to take our jars and we're going to start to spin it around like this. So if you guys shake the jar, you might see too much soap and bubbles form and you won't be able to see the tornado as well. But if you guys just spin it around and around like this, or even take a spoon and mix it inside, you guys will see it a little bit better. And if there are too many bubbles, you guys can add in white vinegar and it will help some of those bubbles disappear, okay? So here we go, I'm gonna spin it around and around. All right, we're gonna spin, spin, spin. All right, so grown-ups, you guys can help them with this. If they're a little bit younger and you guys wanna do it for them, then they can just watch the tornado, practice their visual processing skills, watch and observe as the tornado spins around in my cup so you guys can see it. Right? It's spinning around and around. So if you guys look at yours closely, it's also uplifting some of that glitter off the ground, just like I told you guys. So it's no longer sitting on the ground, it's getting lifted up into that vortex. So I'll spin it one more time, I'll show you guys. All right, so spin, spin, spin. All right, and then you can stop it. And if you look closely, you'll see that line, that vortex in the middle, right? You know, it's a little hard to see in camera, but if you guys look at yours, look at very closely, and you'll notice it. I'll spin it one more time for you guys, okay? Here we go. All right, this is a big one. All right, let's take a look. So now you'll notice all of my glitter is being lifted up into that vortex in the middle. You guys can see the faint white line. So again, if you guys use a color soap or if you add food coloring into it, you can see it a little bit more clear. All right, and that's my tornado experiment. So now we did an experiment. We're like little scientists. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now we understand those scientific processes. We planned for it, we observed it, we conducted the experiment, and there we go. So you guys could always try this after class if you guys didn't have the materials. Again, all you needed is a clear jar with a cap, water inside of it, hand sanitizer, dish soap, and some glitter or food coloring if you want to see the tornado a little bit more clear. All right, I'm going to put that to the side for now. We are going to get ready for story time. So you guys can take a seat, get a little closer to the camera. We're going to be reading Dinner at the Panda Palace. I will bring you guys a little bit closer. I will get my chair. All right. And for this story, you guys have to help me out. I want to hear your counting skills. So you guys are going to help me as we count all the different animals that come into the Panda Palace. All right, so that's Mr. Panda. And this is his palace. And it starts off by saying, "The Panda Palace opened at 6 one night. All the tables were ready and the room was just right. As the diners arrived, they were graciously greeted. Mr. Panda himself helped each one get seated." There he is. All right, so let's start to count how many animals come into Mr. Panda's palace. So far we have one elephant. And it says, "An elephant came first with a trunk that was gray. He'd been out on the road selling peanuts all day. 'I'm enormously hungry. My bag weighs a ton. I would like to sit down. Have you a table for one?'" The lions came next. They were dropped off outside. "Welcome, Your Highness. How is your ride?" So guys, how many lions do we have? We have 2 lions. So we had 1 elephant. We have 2 lions. "Traffic was awful. The bumps were bad too. We're so glad to be here. Is there a table for 2? Along came some pigs who needed to hide. "Quick, Mr. Panda, let us inside. There's a wolf on our trail. We must lose him, you'll see. We'll stay here for dinner. Have you a table for 3? So we have 1, 2, 3. So far we have 1 elephant, 2 lions, and 3 pigs. So it seems like we're counting up, right? I wonder what will be next. "A proud group of peacocks with feathers fanned wide was the most splendid sight for the others inside." And guys, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. With heads held up high, they walked through the door. "Do we need reservations or can you seat 4? Oh, guys, what's next? We have monkeys, we have giraffes. Let's count them together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we have 5 monkeys, then I think we should have 6 giraffes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then one by one, the monkeys arrived. They were swinging across for their table for 5. The giraffes had just painted the rooftops in town. "If there's a table for 6, we would like to sit down." The hyenas walked in and laughed right out loud. They never had seen such a wonderful crowd. "We've come from afar from our family meeting. There are 7 of us. We do hope you have seating." Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If there are 7 of them, then let's see, how many penguins should there be? There should be 8, right? These guys are coming in by 2s. So do you guys want to practice counting by 2s with me? We have 2, 4, 6, 8. A party of penguins coming straight from the ball waddled in through the door, hats, jewels, and all. This is just the right place for our elegant date. Please, Mr. Panda, is there a table for 8? The Honey Bear All-Stars with gloves, balls, and bats had played a great game with the tiger-striped cats. We hit 3 home runs. We're feeling just fine. Now it's time for a party. Is there a table for 9? Let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, if we had 9 bears, how many chicks should we have? Well, right after 9 comes 10. Here's a chick, there's a chick. Where's Mother Hen? Oh, here she comes now to her table for 10. All right, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The restaurant was humming. The waiters moved fast. Feeding 55 diners was no easy task. So guys, all together we have 55 diners. And that's because we did 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And all together we have 55 diners. Do you guys think there's room for any more? Let's see. Then through all of the noise came a knock at the door. A tiny mouse asked, "Is there room for one more?" What do you guys think? I don't see any tables around. Mr. Panda looked left. Mr. Panda looked right. All the tables were filled at the palace that night. Did he say, "I am sorry, we have a full house. We can't fit one more, not even a mouse"? What do you guys think? No, not Mr. Panda. He had found one more seat, and in no time the mouse had a fine meal to eat. Now guys, if we had 55 diners before and one more came, how many do we have now? Well, we had 55 plus 1. Now we have 56 diners. That's a lot of diners. So if you're ever hungry and going that way, just see Mr. Panda and here's what he'll say. No matter how many, no matter how few, there will always be room at the palace for you. All right, and that was the Panda Palace. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys. You guys did a great job listening. All right, we have one last song to sing and dance to, and that's Skidamarink. So you guys can take out those musical instruments now. I'll back you guys up a little bit. Now, before we sing and dance to this song, I want to take one more look at my jar over here because I made another observation. All of the glitter in my jar fell to the bottom after the tornado. Just like in a tornado, it brings it up into the vortex, into that funnel, but eventually everything will come and drop down. And you guys see my soap's at the top. I want to shake it one more time so you guys can watch. Since all of my glitter is now at the bottom, you guys can watch it. So here we go one last time. All right, spin, spin, spin. And you guys can probably see it a little bit better now. There it is. All right, so if you guys leave your jar sitting, read a story, and come back to it, you guys will see all the glitter will fall to the bottom, and it gets uplifted, and eventually it'll settle back down. All right, so I just wanted to make that one last observation before we sang our last song, but I will get our music on now. It's Skidamarink. We always end our programs with this song, so I'm going to grab my bells that I have. If you guys have shakers, you guys can take those out. And here we go. I'm going to get that music on. All right, you guys can also clap your hands. You guys can tap 2 spoons together to make some music. All right, get ready, guys. Here we go. All right.
Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo, I love you. Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink,
round of applause. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, my name is Miss Isabella. I am from A Time for Kids. Hopefully you guys come back to our other programs. We're going to be doing some new science experiments. So thank you guys for joining. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy. Bye guys. Bye guys, take care.